show up in the governor's repair bill. I ask you, what does that mean? That means that this bill is orchestrated to kill organized labor. Our healthcare workers want to continue to provide the Wisconsin citizens with the quality of healthcare that they are accustomed to receiving. We are one of the best healthcare states in the nation, bar none. So we cannot continue to provide that health care without a collective bargaining agreement, which allows us a voice on the job. It allows us the ability to negotiate our hours of work and our working conditions. And that is why we stand with all of you today, and we are standing with you to ask you to talk to your legislators and ask them to please not support this bill. The governor and the governor's budget repair bill should repair the budget, not hurt Wisconsin citizens. Our governor should be about the business of creating jobs for our Wisconsin citizens and not creating havoc, fear, and distrust amongst the workers and the government. Thank you. I would like to introduce to you now my brother, Brad Lutz. He's a teacher.
Thank you. Hello, supporters of Wisconsin labor. Are you as mad as I am? Sorry. I'm Brad Lutz, a 13-year educator in the great state of Wisconsin. My wife is also a 13-year educator. What does that mean to us? That means we're going to get jolted twice as hard by these magical repairs of Governor Walker's budget repair bill. Many of our friends and colleagues are in the same boat. Many of your friends and your colleagues are in the same boat. Unfortunately, it's not a boat. It's a sinking ship that Governor Walker is leading right down a path of destruction. I'm the child of union employees and have a strong understanding of what's at stake this week. The governor wants to throw away 50 years, people, of managers and workers solving problems together, not separate, together. That strong history of Wisconsin's collective bargaining rights are at stake. Our state motto is forward. This sounds backward. Our rights as teachers, nurses, correctional officers, educational support professionals, and thousands of other public employees are at risk in the building right here behind us. Without any public input and at a dangerous speed. No discussion, no debate. It sounds a lot more like Egypt, not Wisconsin. Our unions did not create our budget deficit, and they should not shoulder the burden of balancing this budget alone. Destroying employee rights, breaking unions, and paying public employees like second-class citizens is not the answer. We need to be at the table. That's all we're asking for, a voice at the table, an opportunity to negotiate a solution together, not locked out, not singled out. We need to move forward, not backward. Say it with me. Forward, not backward. Forward, not backward. Forward, not backward. Forward, not backward. Let them hear him in there. Let them hear you in there. Forward, not backward. 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 I know a number of you got on buses earlier today, drove up here, maybe didn't have a chance to sit down at your kitchen table and have a cup of coffee and read the newspaper. But if you had a chance to look at the Journal-Sentinel this morning, I think it says it right on the front page. Rights, not benefits, at issue. We're not here complaining about money and benefits. I'm absolutely honored to be invited here. And I hope this continues. Like they said, this is just day 2. Governor Walker, there'll be 4 more years of this if this goes through. I'm honored to introduce Professor Eric Barnes. Let's greet him with Kill the Bill.
I'm a physics professor at UW La Crosse. I want to tell you a story about faculty and academic staff that have been fighting for 40 years to get collective bargaining rights. 40 years. For 40 years, we have tried to have a voice that can reach beyond our individual campuses, to speak for our students to the wider state, to speak for our campus communities. For 40 years, we have fought for our most basic right, the right to have a voice in our workplace. In 2009, 40 years later, we finally won that right. Now, after 6 weeks in office, Governor Walker wants to strip those rights away from us. Faculty and academic staff from the UW system know exactly why this is, because a unionized faculty and academic staff can speak with a meaningful voice to the rest of the state and support our communities and our campuses. On my campus, the La Crosse campus, faculty have come out in strong support of a union, and we are planning to have an election. Our election will be next week. It will be next week. And we're going to bring a new family to the House of Labor. And so, in light of his decision to try and deny our basic rights, in light of his decision to cast a shadow on the future of the entire UW system, in light of his decision to try to silence our voice, I want to say thank you, Scott Walker. Thank you for showing us the many reasons that my colleagues will join me and vote union yes next week. By standing together, we can make a difference. We will defeat this horrible, horrible bill. Solidarity! Please join me in welcoming our next speaker, LaTanya Johnson.
Hello, my name is LaTanya Johnson, and I'm a licensed family child care provider in Milwaukee. And I am the very proud president of ASME's Wisconsin Child Care Providers Together, Local 502. Most of you are aware of the benefits of having your children in a safe and nurturing environment. Some place where you can feel safe, that your children are well taken care of while you go about your day at work. Well, these children are more than just our child care children. Most of these children spend an average of 10 hours in our homes per day. We become their home away from home, They become our children, and we become their second family. See, a public employee's job is so much more than just being a part of a union. We are a part of a community. We are your neighbors, your church members, your friends, your family. We are your community. And there is no one who cares more about the state of Wisconsin than the public servants who provide the services every day that Wisconsinites have the privilege to enjoy. No one cares more about this state than our child care providers and our teachers who get up and go to work and educate and protect our children on a daily basis. No one cares more about this state than our snowplow drivers who work 12 hours plus just to make sure that those roads are safe for us to go to work. No one cares more about this state than our state, our sanitation workers and our park workers who make this state safe, clean, and enjoyable for our families. No one cares more about the state of Wisconsin than our correctional officers who risk their lives every day to make sure that our lives are protected. And no one cares more about this state than our state workers who make this state go forward every day. The only thing that we asked for in return are a safe work environment, livable wages, and affordable health care. This can only be guaranteed if we are given the opportunity to discuss, negotiate, and make compromises with the state about our working conditions. This Wisconsin is only fair for the service that we provide to you on a daily basis.